Absolutely. The game was eventful. So as we said before, is it a good point or is it 2 points dropped? It's probably a bit of both. I was critical of our lot at half time because regardless of what happened in the first half, we were nowhere near good enough. And for the first time in a long time, we almost showed a little bit of naivety that we thought the game was just going to be us turn up on a nice pitch on a sunny afternoon with pitch being watered and zippy and be able to play. And we didn't prepare ourselves for the battle, or we didn't recognise what was needed to do in the first half. And listen, you can see the goal, then we go back up the other end and get the perfect response. Then the incident happens with Ben and Timmy. But regardless of that, listen, I was disappointed with our first half. It was nowhere near good enough. But massive credit to them second half. They were unbelievable. And as you say, we played without the player in goal. The biggest thing with that is that he's not touched the ball with his hands, which is massive credit to our lot. And probably tinged with disappointment second half that we didn't go and win it. Like I say, I think we didn't hide another penalty. We've been really unlucky. I think we've had one in the league this season, over 34 games or something. And I think that was another one today that we didn't get. But the effort that he put in second half was outstanding, and I'm delighted with that.
Obviously, there's so many talking points of the game. We'll start off with Ben and firstly ask how is he, but do you have any information on how serious that injury is?
No, it obviously looks serious. And again, he seemed to, I don't know, as sometimes you do in those situations, probably panic a little bit. And then once you've been able to calm down, things don't seem as bad. Obviously, he's unable to continue. He's gone off for an X-ray on his elbow, and we'll see. We'll obviously see what that brings, and he'll see. Regardless, we'll see a specialist on Wednesday, and we'll get to the bottom of the injury and I suppose the nature of it and how long he potentially might be out for.
Obviously, there's always the argument of only allowed 5 substitutes, and we're probably one of the only teams, and there might be a few others that don't put a substitute goalkeeper on the bench. And I mean, you don't, as you said, Reece Oates didn't even touch this afternoon. You probably don't mind as much when that's the case, but is that kind of the risk that you've been happy to take over the season? Obviously, do you feel like it's come back and stung a little bit, or are you happy just to carry on the way we have been over the next few games?
No, listen. I've always been the same. I think at the back, listen, my mind won't be changed based on us having an injury to a goalkeeper, and all of a sudden I'll panic and have a goalkeeper on the bench from now on moving forward. But what I will do, we had a goalkeeper at the start of the season, just the options we were potentially looking at. What I will do towards the back end is, over the course of 42 league games this year, you might lose your goalkeeper once, and that might cost you 3 points. But over the course of 42 games, for me, not having a goalkeeper at the time has outweighed the benefits of having a goalkeeper. When we get towards the business end, and we are close to the business end, all of a sudden these games are season defining. So, for example, there's no way we would not go into a playoff game without a goalkeeper on the bench. That's as simple as it is. I'm not that sort of stupid and naive, because they are almost cup games where they're one-off. And as we get towards the last few games, and where the points are still of the same value, but probably more valuable in essence in terms of where you sit in the table, then obviously we have to cover all bases, and we'll do that. But as I said, in normal circumstances, what I want to try and do is have options, outfield options that can change the game for us in a positive and a negative. And 5 outfield subs allows us to do that. 4 is more difficult. Obviously, we'd love to be in a situation where, and I think we should be in a league where we're vying to get into the Football League, where you have 7 subs. For me, there should be available to have 7 subs, and if it's the same as what the Football League is, that one of them has to be a homegrown player that's under 21, then so be it. I think there are enough National League teams with younger players. For example, this year with us, whether it be a Joe Gray, a Brad Young, we could have had them in and around our squad for the whole season, and they would have been able to be involved all the time, rather than potentially looking for football for them elsewhere.
Research was the man who did step up and go and goal. Was that a quick decision that you had to make, and Research had to have a little glance over the bench, or was that being discussed before the game?
No, listen, I think everyone has will sort of fancy themselves. I've had to go and goal myself in Football League games and in games below that as well when I've been when I was player manager at Colwyn Bay. So probably all the players will fancy themselves as a bit of a goalie. Whether they fancy themselves and not very good is again obviously the decision we have to make. But it probably worked both ways a little bit. To be fair, in the first 10 minutes, Oakley was going to go in goal anyway, regardless. But it made the decision a whole lot easier. The fact that when he closed the airkeeper down, he felt his quad a little bit. So it was an easy one or easy to make. Let's say they got in goal regardless. The thing for us was potentially when Luke Armstrong gets a knock on the back of the head with the ball, whether we need to make a change and whether you consider taking him out of goal and putting somebody else in goal so that we can get him back up front to try and get us the winner. But that wasn't, like I said, wasn't needed. He had an unbelievably quiet afternoon from a goalkeeping perspective, especially one that's, like I say, an outfield player going and doing a job, which was obviously credit to the 10 outfield players who did protect him. And like I said, the second half performance was really pleasing, and that was a big part of that.
Talking about your strikers, right at the end, a ball into the box, and the man that you probably want usually waiting in the box is Luke Armstrong, but the one man when the ball's up in the air, you want waiting for it, is the new signing Richie Bennett. And there he was to put in the equaliser, and you must be incredibly pleased that he's made an impact straight away and coming and done exactly really what he's so good at doing. Yeah, great ball in, regardless who was at the end of it. It's a good header, sort of stooping to head it rather than using his or having to use his height. But a great ball in from Cass and a great header. And I say them two in particular were a real handful second half. I thought they, in terms of Luke and Richie, I thought they sort of worked well together, got us, like I say, up the pitch, kept the ball in there, and we managed to build pressure and build momentum, and had some other, like I say, really good opportunities. And listen, the result is tinged with a little bit of disappointment, but over the course it's probably a fair result. We were in at it first half, the second half much better. Could have gone on and win it, but haven't, and we sort of take our medicine and move on. I was just going to mention that it seemed like after the goal, despite the fact that we had an outfield player in goal, the only team that looked like we're wanting to win it and get the 3 points for ourselves. And you mentioned it at the very beginning, but a huge penalty shout as well as a huge save from Ashmore. And are the lads in there a little bit disappointed in a way that we haven't, come home with 3 points? Of course they'll be disappointed. But like I say, I've had a pop on them first half, so what I've said at the end is that the second half performance, I have absolutely no complaints about that. It's, like I say, we've done more than enough to get a point from the game and probably win the game. Like I say, Ashmore makes a great save, and I'll have to look back. I think the referee had not a great game, should I say, for either team. But that for me is a nailed on penalty, and will give us a great opportunity to go and get 3 points. So of course there's a little bit of disappointment, but also there's a reality as well that we've had to play a large part of the game with, like I say, with outfield playing in goal, and like I say, we have no divine right to just turn up and win games. So it's put us, like I say, as disappointing as the first half was for us, the second half was exceptional. We could have won it, we didn't. Like I say, we learned from the first half, we move on and take that into a free week at last, and I look forward to next Saturday's game on the TV Knots. Just finally, you have obviously not so much a week, but the rest of the week in a way till Saturday to get the squad back together. And just assessing Ben's injury, I'm assuming he won't be ready for the weekend. Obviously, I know you'll be waiting to see what his scan says, but will it be a case of Henrik Gravas just coming straight in? Yeah, listen, we'll see where we're at. Ben's having an X-ray, and listen, you'll know straight away. So I'll know tonight, one way or the other. But then we'll see where he's at on Wednesday when he sees a specialist, and we'll go from there. And obviously, listen, Henrik gets an opportunity to sort of step in and show what he's about. It would be the opposite, up to him to make sure
that he sort of makes that place his, if you like. And I suppose what we have to do is further on than that, is look at whether we can get by without bringing another goalkeeper in. What it does do, it sort of doesn't really help us in terms of the loan situation, with only being able to fit 5 loans in your match day squad. But again, that's a consequence of what's happened today, and we'll just have to see where we are. Like I say, I'm not diving in and speculate around what might happen, this might happen, that might happen. We'll see where we're at on Wednesday, when we can make informed decisions and go from there.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Cheers, Alex. Thank you.